All right, we have another codingbat array problem. Getting a little bit more complex. Reading the instruction carefully, given two arrays, they decide to name them A and B. We see that they are integer arrays. Return true if they have the same first element or that have the same last element. Again, they're telling us, forget about error checking, we will guarantee you the length of the array is 1 or more. All right, so in our comments, we'll put a note to ourselves. First elements are, well, it's going to be A0 and B0. So if I just compare the first two elements and they're equal, then I can return true. So let's just put that in right now. If A bracket 0 is not single equal, make sure to double equal B bracket 0, I can return true. All right, so what if that doesn't turn out to be true? Well, I need to test the last elements. And I know my last elements are at A, and I got to get this right, A dot length. Remember, the last element is at index A dot length minus 1, and B bracket B dot length minus 1. That's the last element of B. No matter what length it is, I can determine the last index based on that. So I can compare then if A dot length minus 1 is equal to B bracket B dot length minus 1. What do? Well, I'll return true if that is the case. And don't forget, if we get past both those if statements, then we know that we can return false. Let's see that we don't have any typos. Looks like we got the right answer. Now, since this didn't go very long, I'm going to show you a shorthand way. You may see this reading someone else's code. Remember, I can combine those two if statements. And if that statement is true, well, that's the value of my function. So I can actually do this all on one line. I can just say return the Boolean A bracket 0, the first element of A is equal to first element of B, or the last element of A is equivalent to the last element B. I can put that all on one line, basically saying return the result of this Boolean test. Let's see if that's really the answer. Oh, unreachable statement. Oh, it doesn't like if I leave that other stuff in there. So rather than erase it, let's comment it out so I don't get the unreachable statement error. It recognizes that it will never go there. And you see how that is the correct answer. So I'm saying return the result of this test. This will result in a Boolean true or false. My function is going to return a Boolean, so I could write it on one line. Sometimes, though, that's not quite as readable, so feel free to write it out clearly in the if statements.